Good day everyone, today I'm making a tutorial on how to cut this blouse, this off shoulder blouse here. So just pay attention. So if you see the blouse, that blouse that I just snapped there, you see that the shoulder is the wideness of the neck is not wide. So if you check the neck, no, the wideness of the shoulder, you see that the thing is not wide. There are some more shoulder that is very wide, and you have to measure from here to this place. You see that it's, you have 11. But if you don't want it to be too wide, you can just measure. You can use 7 inches. Like that one there now, what they use is no more than 7 inches. So this is 7 inches here now. You can see the 7 inches. Then if you want to measure, you place your hand here. That to determine the wideness of the sleeve that you want to cut. Let's say 7 inches. Then you place your hand at that place, and you measure the wideness of the sleeve. So let's say the sleeve is then if you measure now, you see that from that place to this other side, we have almost 12 inches or so. So this is it, which is the front wideness is 7 inches, while the sleeve wideness is 12 inches. And if you want to, I'll spread my fabric into two now. So what you use in spreading your fabric is your biggest circumference, which is your bust measurement. So let's assume the bust is 36. So I have more than enough here. I have almost 30. So the next thing you do is to minus. You are going to be minusing from the neck, which is off shoulder. Anything that has to do with off shoulder, you are removing. So you minus 4 for the shoulder length. You minus 4, then you measure the length of your blouse. Let's say the blouse is 24 plus 1 inches allowance, which is 25. This is 25 inches. So this is 25 inches here. So the next thing you will do is to measure your under bust measurement. The under bust will make use of 13 inches. So this is 13 inches. So the next thing you, after measuring your under bust of 13 inches, you measure your shoulder to your nipple point. Don't forget that whatever you are measuring, you minus your 4 inches for the off shoulder. So the next thing you do is to measure your under bust. The nipple point, the nipple point will make use of 10 inches. So this is it. This is the nipple point, this is the under bust, while this is the waistline. So you first of all measure your, if you are going to be making it a bustier, measure the neck wideness for the front first. You make use of 3 here. Then after that, you come to the under bust, you measure 3.5. Sorry, this place is 3.5. 3.5. Then the nipple point, you measure 4 inches. This is 4 inches. So you connect it now to meet with the 4 inches. So this is the nipple point now. Then this waistline, you measure 3.5 as well. So this same down, you measure 3.5. So this will serve as the center part. Then you come to this other side, you measure 1.5. Depending on how bustier the person is. If the person has bust 40 and above, you can make use of 2 inches. So don't forget, this is the under bust. So what you do now is to connect this place. Now you draw this line to meet with this one here, this place. Then you connect, you draw your, if you have curve for your drawing, you can use it. Me, I don't have, so I'll use my hand. So this is it. Then this other side now, you measure 1.5 as well. This is 1.5. So you connect it now to meet with this 1.5. So this is what we have. So don't forget that you are still going to be dipping the neck. So let me cut it out for them. I will show you how you are going to insert your measurement. I finished cutting it out now. This is how it is. So the next thing we'll do, we are going to place it. You see this allowance, you place it on top, like 1 inches, half inches. You lap it by half an inch. That will be for your sewing allowance. So this is the half an inch. You lap it like so. So don't forget we measure 7 inches now. So what you do, you add 1 inches to making it 8 inches. So you measure your 8 inches here. So this is the 8 inches. Then if you want to be on the safer side, you can make use of 4.5. After sewing the bustier area and everything, you can decide to remove the excess. That's if you want to be on the safer side. Then you minus half the 4 inches that you remove for your off shoulder. You measure your armhole measurement. Make use of 8 inches. Then the next thing you will do is to insert your bust measurement, which is 9. 36 divided by 49 plus 3 inches. You can add your allowance. I'm just using this one as an illustration. And you are going to connect it to meet with this place here. So this is how the off shoulder armhole is. You can connect it like this. So you insert your waist measurement. Let's say the waist measurement is 32 divided by 4, which is 8. You add the allowance to it. So then you come to the down part. You are going to use the bust measurement to determine this down part. So let's say the bust measurement is 9. you are going to then you use what the bust measurement to get the down part. So you make use of 9 plus your allowance. So this is the down part now. You connect it to meet this waistline. So this is how your blouse is going to look like. But for this downside, I will not advise you to leave it like this. So you are going to curve it. So you go up by 3 inches. You just go up by 3 inches like this now. Then you connect it. It's going to be like curve. So this is how I will advise you to always make your blouse, so that you don't have that sharp edge at the down part. So let me cut it then show you how to cut the sleeve. So I finished cutting it. We are going to cut the sleeve. I just cut only the front, but I will still be cutting the back. So if you want to cut the sleeve now, let's say the length of your sleeve is 14. Don't forget it has zero flare. You are going to minus the length of that zero flare. Let's assume the length of the zero flare is 5. You minus it, then measure the full length of what you are looking for, which is 14. You add your seam allowance to it that you use in joining the zero flare. You add it to it half an inch, then the upper part you know how. So you just add half an inch to it, making it 14.5. So this is 14.5 now. So your folding allowance, if you want to fold it, you add it to it. If you don't want to fold, use another fabric to turn it inside this place. So don't forget we measured after the 7 inches, we measured 12 inches. So that 12 inches divided by 2, you have 6. So meaning the wideness of the sleeve is going to be folded into 2 is 6. So this is the 6 here. But you add your sewing allowance to it of 1 inches, which is 6.5. That's 13. So this is 13 here now. You can see the 13. This is 13. So you measure the length of the armhole. You are going to measure the round armhole of your cloth. After measuring it, whatever you have is what you will use here. Let's say the length of 6 or 5.5. So you connect it now to meet with this place. Then you insert your round circumference, your round armhole circumference, you insert it here. So let's say the round armhole circumference is 11 plus your 1 inches, that's 6.5. You add it here, then you connect it to meet with this place. So this will serve as our sleeve. So let me cut it and show you. This I finished cutting out the front. I want to use it to cut out the back. So you are going to arrange your front part now. You arrange it at the fabric now. So you are going to fold it, arrange it depending on how you want it. So don't forget you are going to lap this place as well. Then you remove your zip allowance. The zip allowance you can make use of 2 inches, you can make use of 1.5 depending on what you want. So this is serve as our zip allowance, but I'll measure what I want. So I'll be using 2 inches for the zip allowance here. So this is 2 inches for our zip allowance. Then the next thing you do, you remove your 4 inches for your shoulder. Measure the waistline. This is 16 for the waistline. So you are going to come inside by half an inch so that there will be no excess at the back. By the time you fix yours, you see that the back will not pop, it will not fold. So you just connect it. You connect these 2 inches to meet with this half an inch here. Then you connect it out. So let me cut it. Then you see the way it is curved. So this is after cutting, you have something like this now. So the next thing you do is to cut exactly what is here. I'm going to cut exactly what is here for the back. Then you can decide to dip in the neck if you want. You can make use of 6 inches. But for this front, I will not dip in it here. It's after sewing the breast curve, the breast part, before I will do it. So let me just cut it and show you how you are going to insert your neck depth to it. This is the back now. The next thing you will do is to remove your half inches. And if you want to insert your neck depth, you see 4 inches here. If you want it to be very deep, you can make use of 9. If you don't want it to be too deep, if the person is an advanced woman, you can just use 6 inches. So this is 6 inches now. So you mark your 6 inches here. So you mark your 6 inches. So if you want it to be V, you just decide to make it V, depending on how you want the back. So you just do it V. If you want it to be round neck, depending on how you want it, either V back or round neck, it's just your choice. So you measure it like this now. So this is it. This is our zip allowance. So let me just go and sew it. Then I will show you how it is. So this is I finished cutting out the breast part for it now. Don't forget this is just rough. I'm just making a rough video. So this is it. If you cut your breast part, this is how it is now. So you place it there, pin it. Then this is the side now. You're going to place the side now. You place it like this now. Then this is the other breast part. This is the other side. I've made a video on how to sew this breast part. You can check the video. You can just check. So you place it like this. Then you can start from the up, depending on where you start from. But let me start from the up. Then you use half an inch to sew it. So after finish sewing it, I will show you how it is. So I finished sewing at the front now. You can see the way the front is after sewing it. So you have something like this for the blouse, the front blouse. This is the bustier area now. So you see how it is now. So the next thing you are going to do now is to fold it into two like this now. You'll be inserting your neck with depth now. So this is how you are going to fold it. You make it equal. So you fold it like this. It's going to be like this. So what you do is to I finished insert that. So this is the back. The next thing to do is to fix our zip. Let me fix. But don't forget you are going to be using your line to turn it to. So you fix your zip. After fixing the zip, then I'll show you how you are doing it. So I'm finished sewing the back and the front now. So the next thing I will do is to shaping it. Let me shaping it. The bust is 35. I want to use 35 to shape. This is 35. Divide your 35 by 2. Whatever you have. Let's say this is 35 now. This is 35. So these are the remaining allowance. So whatever you have, you divide it by 2. So let's assume we have 4.5. So you divide the 4.5 by 2. So you measure one part here. That's quarter to 2. Then you measure the other quarter to 2 at this other side. So you do the same thing to the waist area. Then after doing that, I will go and sew it. So the waist is let's say the waist is 29. You place it there, then you measure. This is 29. 29, which is 14.5. Divided by 2 is 14.5. Then don't forget we use the bust measurement for the down. So you measure it down. Let's say the bust is 35 hours. So you measure your 35, shaping it. So this is how you are going to shape your bust now, your blouse. So what we'll do next after sewing is to go to the sleeve. I mean, fix the sleeve. We are going to sew the sleeve now. So this is the upper part now. I will fold it now by this allowance. I know so I will fold it. I will just want this here. I will show this place. That's the folding of the sleeve. Don't forget you are going to be adding your allowance for the folding of the sleeve. I will round angle 70. The round angle is matrix of 6. This is 6 now. So you sew it, you just follow this shape and sew it. Let me sew it. Next thing is to insert our zero stitch. We are going to want to insert it, we make it like this now. So we are going to sew it on. So let me sew it so we are going to insert the blouse. The next thing we are going to do is to insert our sleeve to the blouse. So we are going to insert it to the blouse now. So if you want to insert it, you just bring it like this. You use half an inch for the allowance to sew it. So let me add it to it. I'll be fixing just one sleeve. So let me add it. I will show you the finished look of our blouse. So this is the conclusion of our blouse. So this is how it is. Assuming we use the George fabric or lace fabric, you see that it will come out very well. So if you want to achieve this type of neck, you just follow this procedure. It's very easy. It's not difficult. So this is the back. If you want it to still be tight, you can just decide to hold it depending on how tight you want it to be. So this is how it is now. So this is the front here. So we have come to the end of today's tutorial. If you want it to be really tight, you just hold here. You see that the place will go up a little. So depending on how you want it. So if you love our video, don't forget to subscribe and also share. Thank you very much, guys. Bye.